On this 23rd day of February 2015, following Shankaran, his wife and dear friend of mine, Manasi. Namaskar, Manasi, welcome.
Thank you.
So we heard from your husband such beautiful things.
Yeah.
And we'd like to know how you first came to know of Sri Aurobindo and Mother.
I am from a very lucky family, I want to say the very first. From my childhood, I have seen their pictures in my house. And my grandfather's house, mom's dad. So we were just, I think, 10 years or so when I can recognize faces. So I used to see Mother and Sri Aurobindo's photograph in a room, in a shelf, where my auntie used to give a agarbatti every day. But we never knew. We know they are Sri Aurobindo and Mother. And I was lucky enough to get my dad, who brought us to Samadhi when I was in class 8, 1985. And luckily I have the diary yet, but we didn't know about the dates, and we left on 23rd April. Next day was darshan, and we didn't know about it. But Dad brought us to this place because it's a beautiful place, and I wrote when I was in class 8 that I loved the place, it is so peaceful, and I told that Aurobindo Thakur and Mother. I didn't know about, just we can call Sri Aurobindo. I wrote there in my diary, Aurobindo Thakur. I like the place, it's quiet. And slowly I grew up and everything went behind. And you know, the young age, we run around everywhere. And in my college days, my mom, throughout, she was a devotee, and she used to do her puja and things with Mother and Sri Aurobindo's photograph. She used to put agarbatti. We used to see her just as one does doing the rituals. But when I was in hostel, she used to send me the calendar every year. And you see, I was such a fool that her calendar, when I see now the photographs in the hostel, when I used to study, her photograph was there, her calendar is there with me. Now I can identify that Mother was with me from during my college days also. But I never understood. She told a calendar, we have kept a calendar. That's the thing. Who is she? I never wanted to know it. And my maternal uncle, he had a darshan of Mother also. He used to come from his college days. So when we went to his house, we found that atmosphere. Generally, someone connected to Mother and Sri Aurobindo has big 2 photographs. So I always had a question. They are a bit different. They are not like us. They are a bit different. They are so different. They don't do puja and all, but there are 2 photographs, gigantic photographs in their house. I feel very nice in their house whenever I go. So once I planned and told my mom, I want to go and stay in my uncle's house. So mom said, okay, the papa told, okay, in your vacation you go and stay. And I saw how they, throughout the day, what they do. They go to the centers, they do meditation. At home, they do meditation. Then I was in class 9, and I don't understand what is this meditation is. They go through meditation, they close their eyes, they sit. Even I try sometimes, sit like this. But then again, the college days, I studied engineering, I studied architecture, and then for bread and butter as usual, we work. And I was in Calcutta working, and then again that uncle was there in Calcutta also. So once I went to their house, I told that I want some books I want to read. So Mother's biography by Wilfred. That book my auntie gave me. And I couldn't finish it very quickly because I had my office and all. I used to come back, and just in a week my auntie gave me a call and told that, did you finish the book? You need to return it. Then I thought it's a good book, but if I have to return, then I need to get another one. So I was very sincere and I went and returned it, but I found out the place, the Sri Aurobindo Bhavan in Calcutta. So, and I bought one and I read the mother. And I found that, yes, this is the thing I wanted to say so long. She has told the right things. So when I was there, I had a quest, because when I was in class 8 and I came to Samadhi, I didn't know anything. It was just like a tourist I came. But now when I read Mother in Sri Aurobindo, but everyone says about Mother and the Samadhi, when I heard there, I felt like I want to see and go and see who is Mother in Pondi. And I came alone from Calcutta. Took a train. And my dad used to know a tomboy girl. He was tired of me because I wanted this and I don't want to marry. I just want to be of my own. I want to work. I want to be single. And all. Dad was tired. Do whatever you like. Then, since I was in job and I have my own economic thing is with me, so I can go to Pondicherry. I came alone.
You were self-supporting.
Yeah, I was self-supporting because I was in Kolkata and I was in a job. But for 3 days, 4 days a week, I just made it. Coming and going took away 4 days, and 3 days I was here. I took a leave from my office, and the day I came here, entered the Samadhi, and I went to the ashram and put my head in the Samadhi. Something went within me, and I felt like I want to come here and stay. But there was no means, I had to go back. So that's the way I know about Mother. And Sri Aurobindo I haven't read that much, but I know it's Sri Aurobindo Ashram. But I was more close to Mother in the very beginning. And then I went back and started reading a little bit. Got books from the shop in the Bhavan. There is a bookshop, Sri Aurobindo Bhavan, Kolkata. And slowly I found the twists of the world. I could unfold the twist of the world, and I felt like, no, this is not the place for me. I don't like to be everyone a different face, inside, outside. And because the college days are very different, you don't know things, all the nice things happens. But when you are in work, you know what is what. Something is out, something is in. Then slowly my inner being felt like I am not for this outside world and this outside everything, something else. This is something and it says something else. So slowly I wanted to be in a world of my own. So I thought that I'll leave my job, I'll do something of my own where I am the boss. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be instructed because I have to say something that is not fair to someone because of the boss has asked me to do it. So those things I was not liking. And slowly then I'm from Assam, Guwahati. So my dad was given the responsibility there to build a center by my uncle. So I wanted to help my dad. Suddenly I told Dad, I don't want to be in Calcutta anymore. I want to come back. Papa told, come back. You are always, I told you to be here, but you wanted to go to Calcutta. So it's okay, your experience is over, you come back.
He was very loving.
Yeah. I think, the best year with him. And we go very well together and we fight a lot. My dad. He always knows that I am a bit different. And he accepts everything. Though I haven't studied in ashram school, but whenever I see that the way we grew up, it was, he only told that you have to do everything. This gardening thing which I am doing today, it was with him which started. He always, at home we were in bungalows and government quarters with a lot of land around. So he always used to do something or the other, this flower and that, and in the gardening a bit. And he used to give us small, small plots and tell us that you grow of your own. We'll have a competition with three sisters whose radish are big, whose carrots are big, whose cabbage is going good. So every day watering, every day we have to give a food, too much food. If you give too much food, it will be big. We don't know anything, but we see today watering is done. And he also had his plot there with three of us. And so that way he groomed us the way I see here that he gave us all the opportunities for music. He gave the opportunity to recite poetries. We had so much of opportunity. He himself used to do recite very well. So that way, our dad, he gave us all. So when I told that I want to come back, he told yes, you come back and start something of your own. Then he spoke to some of his friends. They were my teachers also. So they told that yes, you come and work with us. So I learned their working and then started something of my own. So I don't think any father will be allowing a daughter just stay away from your own house and do a practice of your own means of designing. Since I am architect and civil engineer, so I had those designing work and all. The problem was at home, it was bit away from the city. So I was bit hesitant to tell Papa that I want to take a place in the city, and I did off my very quietly. And I thought how to tell him. But it was so nice. The day I told him, he told, yes, we'll do inauguration of the house. Come. We'll do a meditation there and you will start your office there. So I thought it was like a year went away. It was no problem. And I took a rented place and he supported me. He told, yes, you should go ahead. And he helped me in everything and I started my office there. And along with that, since he was planning for a center there in Guwahati, so he told that now we are looking for a place. Since you are with this business, you see a place for us where we can do a Share Windows center, Mother Share Windows. He was the chairman that time of the society there. So that way I came along and started.
Were you still reading something of Mother and Sri Aurobindo then?
Yeah, that I have started. Because though time was less, more with running and all, I got a year from speaking to different people that we should read prayers and meditation, we should read Savitri, we should read the Mother. So these three books I always keep with me, and this where anything I read, I don't want to know much about what is going on, but these three books I read as mantras because I find myself to be very much connected with the Mother when I am with these three books. And mainly I didn't have that quest to read what is there, what is here, how, here, what. But these three things makes my day smooth. That was because I'm very practical type. I'm not like philosopher type. I can't think of so much, but I think that what I am doing now, how I can organize my think and I can go through. So those three books was my main. And then slowly when I came in touch with Shankar and my husband, so slowly I started reading. And especially then he told me to the complete works. That is the first thing I started reading of Mother. And still now I am a bit with Sri Aurobindo's book. I'm not very easily, I cannot go through that. I enjoy more Mother's writing.
Did you have any experiences of Mother at that time?
When I was in Guwahati, I was working for the center. Because when that marriage thing came in, my dad was bit about it that you should go for marriage. And I told I won't. So that made a distance with my dad that time. So he told that's wrong. As a daughter, I would like that you get married. This point is fine. You have mother and Sri Aurobindo with you, it's fine. But why not? Why not marry? So my point was, since this life is a different life, I got it. So that was very hard for me to part from them, and I stayed separately in this house. That day, that was the saddest day, I think, that I thought that I am no more with my parents. So I think mother just touched me and I got back my joy. And I think that was her touch. And slowly things came again in me, but that was mother's touch. And I was again in my path. She guided me in every way. That's her touch I always have with me.
So from that point, what did you do?
After that, I felt when I went on reading, I felt since I am in Assam, Guwahati, Assam, is a place where everyone is happy with their daily life and all. But since I was in hostels, I found the youngsters from 18 to 22, 23. They are so confused with the present world and they are so talented but getting so much confusion in their life. I felt like they should read Mother and Sri Aurobindo. I had that feeling. Then I told my dad that when again things came on track, because I was more with the center and Papa was the chairman, so we were always in front. So I told Papa that we need a place where we have a library and people of any can come, whether devotee or not, can come and read Mother and Sri Aurobindo. At least the friends I have, they have a place to come and read. So there, when the first project I got there we booked a place. I got Periwal uncle also was there, one of the friend of Papa. He told I'll pay for the place. So many well-wishers were there, a group. We took a place there, bought a place, and then we started the library and the center. And slowly in Assam, that center started, and Mother and Sri Aurobindo came in. People came to know about Mother and Sri Aurobindo. And slowly a bhavan came up, land we got from government.
Oh.
So yeah, it's a big bhavan that
Did
in construction.
Did you talk with the young people?
Yes, there a lot of used to come, youngsters used to come. Even my sister's friend, they were younger than me. We used to speak to each other. The problem was they were thinking that they have a problem that this life is to leave everything and come. So that is a confusion. That I could not deal with them because the present situation is they want money. Now, leaving everything, coming to Mother and Sri Aurobindo, reading and them, they think we are not getting the money. We need money for that. So still now they are not yet to that level, but still people are coming now. Slowly and slowly they are reading. Since Mother's grace, we have a internet. So though we were not in contact more with most of the people, but they are reading through net, and now slowly and slowly they can understand the things. And reading habit, you see, now slowly and slowly people are just not having the habit of reading. They are just running for money.
So when did you first come to the ashram?
It was in 2000. First, it was in 1985 with my dad,
When
just
you
a
were-
few minutes.
when you were a little
8 to
girl.
class 8, yeah.
At the Samadhi.
The Samadhi. I put my head and I had an experience. I wrote in my. That is an experience, just that's quietness I got. But 2000, that was my question from my inner ear, who is mother? I want to see. Everyone says she's there in Pondicherry, the ashram. I want to see. And then in the Samadhi, when I put my head, I know that yes, she is. And then I went back with Betty and then I left for Assam. No more in Calcutta. I think hardly I was for 8 months. After February 21st, I came for the darshan. I came on 19th, 20, 21st, 22nd I left. Because I had a 1 week leave only. So there my journey started. And when I was I was working with the center, I used to handle those mails. All the mails used to come evening, I used to go and those see the letters. And as I didn't want to marry, that is also in my life a very important and a very different type of thing. I used to 2001, 2002, 2003, from 2000 onwards I used to come for at least my birthday in 21st August. Maybe not the 15th August darshan. I used to come on to 19th and do my birthday meditation on 21st and go on 22nd from Guwahati. I used to come by flight and within 3 days.
And you go to Sri Aurobindo's room on your birthday.
Yeah. So I know that because if from 15th to 21st I have to stay, the leave is a big leave. I cannot take. So I used to come on 19th or 20th, do my birthday meditation 21st and go in. So from 2000 onwards, I was coming to Pondi always. So maybe 21st February also I came. And slowly with the center, I had to stay on the darshan dates. I have to stay on the center more. So I couldn't come on those darshan dates because there people used to come and we have to manage everything. We were very less people to manage everything. And I used to help my dad in arranging everything. So there once my younger sister, she just told me that I want to go to Delhi because she was doing masters. So I want to refer some libraries there in Delhi University. So she was a quiet type girl, so she didn't want to go alone somewhere. The way I used to go to somewhere, she told, you are the only one who can take me because we are 3 sisters. So no brother to tell that you take him or dad, we cannot tell that take me on. She quietly told me I want to do masters in economics. So if possible, take me, because she was a lecturer at that time in one of the college. So in May, June, I have a summer vacation. If you can take me to Delhi for 10 days or 15 days. And for me, Kolkata is fine. Kolkata is fine because I stayed. Delhi, I know nothing. So I told, okay, let us see what mother's wishes there. Because in everything I used to find out what she wants to do, because everything she is only taking me. And in the center I open, and in one I see, I have already read Anand Reddy, Nadkarni. That time I am very much here because I am with the center. Only with the work I go somewhere, and then the other time I am in the center. Because someone has to be in the center to do the things.
Right.
So I just took my house nearby that place. So I found a letter from Delhi Ashram, Aurobindo Ashram Delhi branch, that they are organizing camps, and this Anand Reddy and Nadkarni's camp are 2 days. And you see there it's written the camp fees is rupees 2000 and the 4 camps are only written there. And I knew that these 4 camps you can go by rupees 2000 rupees. Because since I was working of my own and a part of it has to be my daily ends, and I mean it's a business. When you get clients, when you don't get, you don't know. So the money was a very important. I'm not in a job. It's just what I practice, I get from my clients. This month maybe no clients. So I have to work out with my own money. So this 2000 rupees sounds nice, but going to Delhi, because I need a way to Delhi. But as soon as I saw Delhi Sri Aurobindo Ashram Delhi branch, the thing came out that my sister wanted to go to Delhi and we need to link. So Delhi branch, Delhi ashram is there. So now I can go to Delhi. Otherwise, I never thought of going to Delhi and put up in a hotel and keep her somewhere and I just sit there and she goes to library, and this never came to me because I don't know Delhi anything. Until and unless you know someone there, I don't have that courage to go somewhere. So here Delhi ashram is there, then immediate phone number was there and mobile was there immediate. I rang up and they told yes, can come. Then I told I have a condition. I can go for this camp, but my sister needs to stay in that ashram for 15 days. She has some work, study work. And you know, never they allow in Delhi ashram for 15 days at a stretch, that to newcomers. 3 days is allowed. They told, okay, you come. And we were booked. And then immediately the train tickets. And then the most wonderful thing is I never knew that Delhi and Nainital is two places.
Connected.
I was so fool. I made my ticket till Delhi, but not Nainital. Means Kathgodam and then Nainital, that other train, that I didn't make. I went there and I don't know how Taradi came to know that I was there in the ashram, because she takes care of everything. She called up that the girl from Assam is there who called her. So I was called from the room. I went and Taradi asked me, which train you are going at night to Kathgodam? You are in train or bus or how? How are you going to? I said, you told to report Delhi ashram, I have reported. So now where to go? That you will be taking. No, that we have told to reach the site. That site is Nainital. So you have to reach there. Anyway, you don't have a ticket? Never mind, I will arrange. So my sister was placed in Delhi ashram. She was doing her those research work. And I told I don't want to stay in this hot sun in Delhi. I am going to Nainital. For Natkarni and Anand Reddy, I am sincere. But she called me for other reasons. She told, you young girl, why are you going for this Anand Reddy and Natkarniji's camp? Go for youth camp. You go do rock climbing and all. What are you doing studying? I said, no, I have come only to study Madhur and Aurobindo with Anand Reddy and Natkarniji. I want to attend those camps. I don't want to go for youth camp. Say, young girl, why are you? I said, no, I want to go for this. Then she booked me in the night bus that the children were going for youth camp, in that bus. Then she told that at least that bus will take you there. And after there I went and I saw that I was the youngest. And all were elderly people.
You were the youngest.
Youngest. No one to read Madhur and Aurobindo, and that was synthesis of yoga. That Natkarniji's was Savitri and Anand Bhai's was synthesis of yoga. And there I met my husband, gentleman, Mr. S. Shankaran. He was the coordinator, but the best thing was when we were in first day only, I didn't have my ticket to go back, because now I know I had to go back to Delhi. I have to make a ticket. Earlier I didn't know. Taradi just sent me here. I asked him. He didn't pay any. He told, you have to go down Talital and then go and do a ticket and all. I said, what type of coordinator he is? Yeah, I just thought of that. And he never paid any attention. He took us and showed there is Talital, you go that side and you do your ticket. And I said, it's one case. So I found another person to tell and the lady to find out how to get a ticket. So that was our first introduction, because that was first day. We were supposed to go the second day to town to make a phone call. We didn't have a mobile that time. So that was I first saw him and the way I was. Then his mom comes in picture, because she was there for the camp, and we were going out for a track, and then she introduced me to him. And then slowly things happened. And although I thought I won't marry, he gave me a different angle of marriage. Then he told, Not necessary we stay as a married life, but when mother and Sri Aurobindo is in between, we can walk together.
Oh, how beautiful.
That was his words. That was walk together. We didn't have any commitment or any of marriage. It was not a conventional marriage, he told. It's not way that you have to do this and that. Still now I am very much free. Though I am married and bounded and all, but I am never bounded by, neither by his family. I am always free to do. He always gave me the first preference. What you want to do, you do. So when I came here, my wish long back 2000, I wanted to stay back, but I don't know anything in Pondicherry. So when he proposed that we can walk together, my first thought was, anything is there, I don't know, but I can go to Pondicherry. That was my first. So sometimes he jokes and says, oh, you have married just to come to Pondicherry. That's true.
How did you begin work at the lake with Kiran?
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing happened in my life. That's the best thing happened in my life. Though I was working as an architect and engineer and all, I wanted to slowly, okay, coming here I'll start something and do again if needed. When I was coming from 2005, when we got married, immediately I couldn't come because I had some commitments of construction, this beautiful bhavan there. So since I was connected with the center and I was given the responsibility to look after the construction, and so Shankar told, since it's mother's work, you don't need to leave everything and come here now. You can continue there, you see the work, till you are free enough, then you come. So in 2008, it was quite finished, and I could be free from there and come here. And now what next? What to do here? So a friend of mine, she came up to our house. Her name is Aditi. She was there with us and we were speaking, and she suddenly told, why don't you come to garden one day? We were just being here, coming to ashram and going back. No routine, nothing. Where he goes to Sakar, he's working with Sakar. And I am not that with this writings and all like him. So I cannot myself in Sakar, fit myself in Sakar in any way, because they have read so much and they are doing something. I am not that well read and everything. I know Mother and Sri Aurobindo in my heart. So I am a bit tricky in that case. I haven't read that much. So I thought it is his work, let him do in Sakar. But what will I do? So that girl told me, you are just free. Why don't you come to our garden today, one day? So I told, yes, garden I want to go. So I went with her and we did some seeds cutting, cleaning with Aditi, and we met Kirandi there. So Kirandi was very nice. We spoke to her. And I don't know if I went back again to Guwahati. It was before I came permanently, the other year. I came to 2008. So 2007, September maybe, I went to Kirandi Women's Garden with Aditi. And it was in my mind that I think I'll work in the garden. Because when I spoke to Kirandi and her smiling face and that atmosphere there around, to work with someone who grew up in this atmosphere, I wanted to be, because with Taradi we are already there. So I was already connected with Taradi in those camps. So I felt like to grow up with someone now, to be groomed with someone who has grown up in mother's hands. So when Kirandi, we just told her that can we come 3 days a week and we'll do some work. Then she told, always you can come. So I started going. Shankar was having his Sakar work. Along with that, he took some work of Sakar, he can do it at home. So he also joined me there in the lake. And he was doing from 2007 only. When I left already for Guwahati, he was continuing going to garden and coming of his own. He's doing and sakar work also, both of them, because he stayed here and I stayed in Guwahati for that construction work. And slowly, when 2008 we came on November, on December 6th, 5th, we went to Sri Aurobindo's room. And then 6th, that day only I felt like on 6th December 2008, I started my journey in the lake.
Wonderful.
And slowly, Kirandi gave me the responsibilities. Then she told that we want to now work out with a nursery. So you better now go from the bungalow area to the nursery. And guided and gave me all the things what is to be done there, and slowly, step by step. She's very methodical. She's very systematic. So, and she gave it in a way that I also have a chance to explore myself, and gave me the opportunities to grow. And the experienced worker there, Satya, from whom I have learned the work there. So Kirandi taught me, because I was not such a minute gardener. I was just doing gardening, just flower comes up and give some water and but now you know everything. So many aspects are there. So many things are there, and slowly I'm still a learner going on.
Wonderful.
This way I am in this journey.
Manasi, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Narek. Thank you.